Today, it's the National Football League. It's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Los Angeles Rams.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. They've been the talk of the NFL so far. 9 wins in their first 9 games.
And some people subscribe to the theory that a loss might not be the worst thing for them. They've had it easy all year long. How would they do handling adversity?
Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week. But all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the gun, Brooks. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
A loss of 3 yards.
And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not.
And he's going to go down again.
Quarterback sack. A loss of 6 yards. And it's 3.
And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
He threw for nearly 350 yards. His team won. And one word just kept coming to mind as I watched him during the game. Surgical. Absolutely surgical. That's why he won NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, very precise. The throws, maybe as accurate as he's been in some time.
Yeah, I think he feels pretty locked in here. And I think he feels like he can get it done again in this one, too.
The numbers for him from a week ago. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
And some nice running, going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams 44. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. On the crossing route, complete. It's Hodges. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively. And then they got hit with that big play.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and...
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he will score. Seattle. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. That time a 6-play drive. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards.
Kickoff for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water. In trouble, and he's taken down.
Quarterback is sacked.
And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on. He sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
The end of the first quarter with the score Seahawks 7, Rams 0.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. Off-play action. Fernandez rolling to his left. This is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
This is what can happen if you keep plays alive with your feet. He was in the pocket, got out of the pocket, and then gave his receivers a chance to get open. And then he's more than good enough to deliver it on time for the score.
And it's good to make it 14-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it all culminates with a Seattle score.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Brooks now, off play action. Oh, he he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A gain there of 21 yards.
Complete.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback, because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get...
And this is caught. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. They'll try to run this one in. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
That was the kind of play that this defense needed, because it has not been a good half for them on that side of the football. Maybe they can use that one to regroup a little bit and start to play a little bit better.
Makes the score Seahawks.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down at the 26. A gain of a yard. Brings up second and
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Operating from the gun, Brooks. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
intercepted.
Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on his team on it, because when you
End zone.
in a quick strike team all season long, there's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And a rout is on here in this first half. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half.
And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
A loss of 6 yards.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
So So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Fernandez buying time to his left. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Back to throw, Fernandez. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Seahawks offense continues to pour it on.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Jason Myers for the extra point.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. And this one through the uprights and good. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively.
Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
All right, let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play. But prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake.
On the deep ball.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
10.
Throwing again. Fernandez. His throw caught at about the 5. And a loose football. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way.
Fumble on the play. Recovers.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now. Partner, less than 2 minutes ago in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And this offense is running away with this one.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the route is on here in this first half. Taken about 7 yards deep, and that one. They'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston, where it was the Texans who picked up the victory at home. 24-21, the final score. From there, we'll skip over to Louisiana to check on the Saints at home in New Orleans. And you can see they trail the visiting Buffalo Bills in that ball game. The Bills seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fernandez. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Fernandez's pass.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8.
Off-play action. Fernandez.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
To the ground.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. And man, Charles, talking about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this, after that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shot. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Brooks looking to throw on 2nd down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Here's Brooks from the gun on 3rd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Brooks got his man complete over the middle. That's Klein. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A. From the gun, Brooks throwing the out route incomplete. It's Alexander. And down inside the 15 he goes.
It's a gain.
10 more there and another 1st down.
1st down.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A 14-yard touchdown. And it's for pride now, but the Rams do get a bit closer.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and
They'll give this time to the tailback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and 2, Fernandez.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. From 13 yards out. And the Seahawks are running away with this one.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner.
Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken in at the 3. And he gets it to the 30-yard line, but the football's not going to stay there. There's a penalty marker down.
Return team.
Well done, man.
So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
Now Brooks to throw on 1st and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the
Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Operating from the gun. Brooks steps away. He'll run it. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he's going to be ripped down by the face mask at the end of this, and that's going to add 15 more onto the end of this thing.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
touchdown.
From 17 yards out. And the Rams do gain a bit of respectability.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College, not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
At their own 25-yard line.
Off the play fake. Fernandez on the move to his left. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Off play action. Fernandez. He's going to let it go again. And this is taken in at the 5.
Good for us.
A big play that time for the Seahawks. 46 yards. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
The Seahawks will.
The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Brooks. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
A loss of 8 yards.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now Brooks to throw on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The Rams on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fielded at the 33. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken about 7 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Brooks now throwing on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 38. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to...
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Jason Myers for the extra point.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
Is good.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will extend this big lead.
14.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And the Seahawks defense gets to him and they bring him down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 47. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Forced out to his left. Throw complete to the tight end, Morgan. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Dancing to his left. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Fernandez steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
That's a gain of 8.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Off play action. Fernandez being chased out left. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
And his kick is right through. 5 plays there on that drive. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Seahawks, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.